I'm John Hendricks. It's Wednesday, July 8th. Today, peak strategizing.
Things have to happen fast, they will, and we will act on them.
How the city of Brandon is preparing evacuation notices with water still on the rise. Also today, back in the office, what the vacancy rate is for office buildings and how Winnipeg compares to the rest of the country. Plus, closed for business. Why Dauphin Regional Health Center will remain closed for an extended period of time. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Hendricks. Marilee is away. There is a light at the end of the tunnel after parts of the province, particularly the western region, were inundated with rain and overland flooding. In its latest flood bulletin, the province says most rivers and creeks have peaked, and with no significant rainfall on the horizon, water levels should begin dropping. Now, looking to the hard-hit Parkland region, the province says peak flows have already passed some areas upstream on the Assiniboine River, such as Russell. Officials estimate the peak is somewhere around the St. Lazare area today and will reach Brandon by about Monday. Areas further downstream, like Portage la Prairie, should see the highest water arrive by next Thursday. Now, in advance of that water, the city of Brandon is issuing evacuation notices as Manitoba's second largest city continues its flood preparations.
The current river level is 1171.9. That's a bank full capacity and approximately 8,000 cubic feet a second.
Brandon Mayor Jeff Fawcett made the announcement today, but he's emphasizing that these are evacuation notices and not orders. The notices, which will be sent out soon, will be used to provide residents within the evacuation zone information regarding the situation. But the city is also encouraging residents to prepare should the situation evolve.
There's a high level of confidence. Be ready, because things can change. And there just is, there's things that can happen. And so we have to be ready. And one of the reasons we have that state of emergency is if things have to happen fast, they will. And we will act on them. We're controlling everything we can control. And it's the things that we can't, that we're going to be ready to adapt to.
Fawcett says the city's sandbagging operations are already underway and that tiger dams will be placed tomorrow. The mayor estimates around 4,000 to 5,000 people could be affected. Residents are being encouraged to put together an emergency bag with essential items. Dauphin Regional Health Center will remain closed for an extended period of time. The health center was evacuated due to flooding from last week's storm. Extensive damage to critical infrastructure, particularly within the basement level, was found. Now, because of that, Prairie Mountain Health now says the center will need to remain closed while further assessments, repairs, and remediation is completed. Planning is underway to reestablish emergency department and diagnostic services. Ambulance services and emergency departments are available from St. Rose and Grandview. Winnipeg home sales and listings are up. Real estate sales rose 2% last month from the same time last year. There were 3,900 listings in June, 6% more than in 2025. Just under 1,700 homes sold. The average price of a residential detached home was just under $484,000. That's the highest ever for June. Now, while home sales are up, condo sales dropped 2%, and average prices fell to $286,000 from June of 2025. Overall, MLS sales are down 6% from last year, with listings 2% lower. Meanwhile, Winnipeg's office vacancy rate is on a path back to historical norms. The latest quarterly report from Colliers Canada shows the overall vacancy rate has declined by 30 basis points year over year. The overall second quarter vacancy rate is 13.3%. Downtown Winnipeg is higher at 14.8%. Winnipeg's average net rent asking price is just under $16 per square foot. Now that is slightly higher from last year. The market was primarily driven by suburban space and a sublease at CF Polo Park. Winnipeg's office vacancy rate is largely on par with the national average. It seems climate change is weighing heavily on the minds of a majority of Canadians. According to a new survey from Statistics Canada, 53% of Canadians were very or extremely concerned by climate change. Nearly a third said they felt stressed by the subject at least once a month. Now, interestingly, Canadians aged 65 years and older were more likely to be highly concerned than those between the ages of 15 and 24. Only about 4 in 10 believe that they will personally be affected by climate change, but 81% believe future generations will bear the heaviest impact. CTV's Taylor Brock joins us now with a first look at your Skywatch evening forecast, and we've been dealing with some pretty warm temperatures, Taylor.
That's right, Jonathan. Now, earlier you talked about, just like a few seconds ago, the next generation feeling the impacts of this climate change, but with wildfires, actually, right now, we are feeling it a little bit. There is currently an air advisory warning for folks in northern Manitoba. All this in yellow all the way up to the northern border of Manitoba. I'll move just to the side here so you can get a better picture, actually. So under that yellow warning includes places like Brochette, Norway House. But further south, even here in Winnipeg, we have an advisory. Now, this is because of wildfire smoke further north, closer to those areas with the yellow, actually wafting towards us here in Winnipeg and, well, southern Manitoba as a whole. Folks over in Kenora are not under this air quality advisory. However, I would expect that to change as winds pick up a little bit overnight for folks.
The CTV Live Eye is brought to you by Bath Fitter, your bath and shower experts for more than 40 years.
Right now, it is currently 26 degrees in downtown Winnipeg. With that humidity, it's feeling a little more like 28. A few clouds in our sky with low winds. Pressure is dropping with humidity at 39%. We are seeing a bit of that smoke actually on our traffic cam right now. Taking a look over Donald Street, we are seeing some heavier traffic. Obviously, folks are heading home, but other than that, I'm not seeing anything else to watch out for in Winnipeg.
Till death do us part, why Canadians may be underestimating the cost of saying yes. Those details coming up next. Taking a look at the markets, crude oil added $3. The loonie rose to 70.55 cents U.S. Gold futures lost $75. The TSX dropped 336 points after Trump declared the Iran ceasefire over. The Dow Jones plunged 576 points, while the Nasdaq was up 51. There is a wildfire burning in BC's Fraser Canyon. There are evacuations, and a section of the Trans-Canada Highway has been closed.
We're always preparing for the worst and hoping for the best. It's why we're asking British Columbians all across the province, but in particular in the areas around Boston Bar and the vicinity of this fire, to have your go bags ready and to be fire smart.
The wildfire is near the community of Boston Bar, northeast of Vancouver. More than 160 homes are under evacuation orders, and a stretch of Highway 1 north of Boston Bar remains closed, with flames on either side of the Trans-Canada Highway. The federal government has told the Trump administration a new law meant to combat forced labor in supply chains should protect Canada from new tariffs. U.S. Trade Representative Jameson Greer announced in March that his office was launching trade investigations into 60 countries, including Canada. He said Canada, Mexico, and the U.K. should be hit with additional 10% tariffs because they're not doing enough to enforce bans on forced labor. In a letter to Greer's office, Ottawa says there is no basis for additional tariffs on Canadian goods, as it's taking action in response to the Trump administration's concerns. A new survey finds that while many Canadians plan for the cost of a wedding, few grasp the financial implications of divorce. The survey conducted by BMO shows that on average, Canadians estimate a wedding will cost $19,000. That includes the venue, food, entertainment, decor, and attire. Wedding guests believe they'll have to spend just over $1,500 to attend, including travel and accommodation costs, clothes, food, drinks, and gifts. 40% of respondents say attending a wedding is a major source of financial stress, and 2/3 of respondents say being married involved more financial planning than anticipated, while 60% of divorced or separated people say the cost of ending a marriage was more than expected. A New York City high-rise has now been stabilized after its columns started to buckle.
We've been monitoring the building for many hours, have not seen any movement. We have monitoring positions set up outside and inside the building.
The building is being converted into luxury apartments. Construction workers at the site and people in nearby buildings, including a school and several hotels, were rushed to safety over fears it could begin collapsing. Temporary measures have now been put in place to stabilize the building. It's in an area of Manhattan near Grand Central Station, a hub for metro area commuters, residents, and tourists. A U.S. consortium of aquariums says the government has approved an emergency rescue to import Marineland's whales and dolphins. The shuttered Niagara Falls tourist attraction is up for sale, and the park has said that it's running out of money to care for its 30 belugas and 4 dolphins. Ottawa endorsed a plan to move the animals to several facilities in the U.S. and 1 in Spain. The whales are set to go to 5 marine parks. Marineland says it welcomes the authorization of the relocation and says the move is in the best interests of the whales.
I'm gonna be the youngest heavyweight champion ever. Fastest. I'm the strongest. I can't be beat.
Eyes on the Prize, a new series about Muhammad Ali, is coming to the small screen. We'll show you the surprising names attached to the project next in Spotlight. Taylor Brock has your Spotlight today, and people should get ready for an enchanted evening.
Well, dig out your dresses. The Princess Proms concert is coming to Winnipeg this winter. The performance pays tribute to iconic songs from beloved musicals and movies like Frozen, K-pop Demon Hunters, and Wicked. It also features pop tunes from artists such as Taylor Swift and Rachel Platt. The show twirls into Centennial Concert Hall on December 30th, and tickets go on sale July 10th at 11 a.m. on the Concert Hall's website.
I have a feeling a lot of kids are going to be very excited about that show.
Oh, yeah.
The gates open tomorrow for the 51st annual Winnipeg Folk Festival.
Bit of a different dress code, but if you've already got tickets to that, really congratulations. Organizers say for the first time ever, the festival's completely sold out before opening day.
It's an incredible feeling. We have, over time, sold individual days out during the festival, but to sell out of the whole festival days before it's begun is just a testament to how many people want to come and be there this year.
Executive Director Valerie Shant says ticket sales have slowly been going up over the past several years. They assumed they would peak last year during the festival's 50th anniversary, but it turns out they were wrong.
It really, I think, just reminded people of how much they wanted to be at the festival. And so this is building on, years of work that's been happening at the festival. And I just think people want to be together.
This means no tickets will be available at the gate, and the festival isn't releasing any additional tickets. If you're still hoping to go, organizers do not recommend buying tickets through third-party platforms because of the risk of scams. For those lucky enough to snag a ticket, gates open tomorrow at 5 p.m.
2 of Canada's top Ukrainian dance ensembles will be hitting the stage together for a special show.
That's right, John. It's called United on Stage. Rusalka and Yev Sean in concert. The performances bring together Winnipeg's Rusalka Ukrainian Dance Ensemble and Saskatoon's Yevshon Ukrainian Folk Ballet Group. Audiences will be treated to the show featuring traditional and contemporary choreography from both of these groups. And they'll band together for a final joint Hopak number symbolizing unity. The show kicks off on November 1st at 2 p.m. at Centennial Concert Hall.
I've tried to do some of those deep knee bend kicks. It's very difficult, so I'm sure the experts will be great.
If you can get up after you try, that's good enough.
Exactly, that's how I felt.
There we go.
Speaking of exciting, a new series will focus on the life and legend of Muhammad Ali.
We're actually expecting an intimate look at the boxing star. The 8-part series is executive produced by his widow, Loni.
I'm the fastest. I'm the strongest. I can't be beat.
It's also being backed by Michael B. Jordan and Jay-Z's Rock Nation. It covers the time between his Olympic gold medal win in 1960 to his historic defeat of Sonny Liston in 1964. The greatest debuts on Prime in November.
I'm going to check that out. The nominations are out for this year's Primetime Emmy Awards, celebrating excellence in the television industry.
Well, medical drama fans will be thrilled to see The Pit is making a big splash. It led with 25 nominations, including nods for Toronto's Brittany Allen and Canadian creator R. Scott Gimel. Topping the comedy category is Hacks, with 24 nominations for its final season. This year's Emmys will be hosted by Law & Order SVU star Mariska Hargitay.
All right, thanks, Taylor.
Well, speaking of TV, here is your Wednesday primetime lineup. The Big Bang Theory is at 7. Catch The Rainmaker at 8. Then at 9, The Rebuild inside the Montreal Canadiens. It's all right here tonight on CTV. And taking a look right now, we are seeing on Osborne Street, it's a little backed up, 26 degrees, feeling more like 27 with the humidity. Virtually no winds happening right now. It's a few clouds in the sky, however, a little smoky due to wildfires from the north, the smoke wafting into Winnipeg.
Women's clothing provided by RW & Company. Salon services provided by S&T Spa Salon.
CTV Skywatch weather brought to you by South Beach Casino and Resort. Visit southbeachcasino.ca.
Folks in northern Manitoba, it is smoky. That is why there is currently an air quality advisory in place for you folks. So in the north, including places like Brochette, Thompson, Norway House, Gillam, not included in this air quality advisory. However, folks could potentially be feeling the effects of that smoke. Speaking of feeling the effects of the smoke from northern wildfires, folks in the south, including us here in Winnipeg, are under an advisory. So we're not quite under a warning, but just to be advised that because of this smoke, folks who are a little more sensitive, you will likely notice that over the next few days, including today. Now, taking a look, we are seeing that overnight fairly clear, a chance of some scattered showers, particularly in the western part of Manitoba, right in the middle here, actually. Scattered showers expected. However, I know we're watching this system here coming our way across the prairies. So yes, over the next couple of days, fairly clear and sunny. A few clouds here and there. We'll chat about that in a second. But this system here could bring in the potential for heavy rain, even potentially thunderstorms for folks on Thursday afternoon. So if you do have a cabin in the area, if you're heading out this weekend, you're going to want to make sure things are remaining pretty dry because we are going to be seeing this system hang around into Friday afternoon. Here in Winnipeg, early Friday morning, we could be seeing that rain push here and into northwestern Ontario, and at the same time some potential for thunderstorms across northern Manitoba before this system pushes into Ontario. Tonight in Winnipeg, a clear sky with 13 degrees, the coolest it'll be for us. Light winds tonight. Tomorrow it'll pick up a little in the morning, as strong as 20 kilometers an hour out of the south. Mainly sunny with 27 degrees as our expected high. We will be actually seeing a few clouds jump into the province, including here in Winnipeg for us later in the afternoon. And as you can see right now, Friday mainly sunny as well as we look ahead to the weekend, but very, very hot. So folks, if you don't have air conditioning, take some extra precaution, because even on Saturday and Sunday, temperatures will be quite high, with 31 degrees as the high on Saturday, 33 on Sunday and Monday, and it's not going to cool off as we start next week either. Taking a look at our Skywatch pick of the day. This first one comes to us, a view of Glen Elm here in Winnipeg. Thanks to Chantel for sending in this gorgeous shot that I'm very jealous of. And another boat shot I'm jealous of is coming to us from Scott over in Killarney Lake. You can send your weather photos, whether it includes a boat or not, to winnipegweather@ctv.ca.
Skywatch Weather Pick of the Day brought to you by Provivo, Winnipeg's first and only longevity medicine clinic. Redefining health, performance, and aesthetics. Provivo.com.
Ahead of Norway's next match at the FIFA World Cup on Sunday, you have to see this cutest version of their fan row. A kindergarten class in Norway got into the spirit, doing their own little mini version of the now famous Viking row. Media outlets are calling the row the fan phenomena of this World Cup. But did you know that it only dates back to last year? It was invented by an Oslo elementary school teacher and soccer superfan. I have a feeling it's not going to be going away in a year. That's pretty cute.
What do you think, John? Should we give it a try?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'll let you say row. You're the anchor. Row.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're doing it. No?
I guess we're not.
I don't think we have the energy. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think we have to be a little younger to have that spirit.
Yeah, kindergartners for sure. Now, before we go tonight, a programming note. Our 5 o'clock broadcast tomorrow is preempted to make for the FIFA World Cup. So you can still tune in, though, at 6 and 11:30 for more local news. And hope we'll see you then. Good night.